Good evening once again to the land of Barovia. We join our adventuring party somewhat split still. Despite my best efforts to bring them both back together, they still have not reunited as yet. And we find two of our party in a rather precarious situation, whilst the other two snooze away happily in nice, warm, comfortable beds. So, yeah, we left off last session with two of our party in the Wachter house, crawling up some stairs. And just as they were about to reach the top of the stairs, the door started opening in over.
Hello!
You're
You
not here.
see a red dragonborn at the other end.
Maybe
Yep.
you are here. Okay.
So as the
He
door
has
opens,
a great axe on his back, and for those of you observant few, despite being a dragonborn, he does appear to have a tail. And in one hand, he also is holding some bread, which appears to have some fruit in it. So, just so you guys are aware, there was a door, and then it opened, and there was a dragonborn.
Okay. Mal stares at this very cheerful, very loud dragonborn who has bread with fruit in it. And she's like, do you live here?
Nope. I'm Torit, son of Torit, son of Torit, son of Torit.
Okay. I get it.
So,
Look,
is that like
we're kind of not meant to be here. So, are you meant to be here?
Depends. Do you mean like Tilly meant to be here, or like Jace meant to be here?
I don't know who those people are.
don't know how to answer that question.
Mal's just looking at Gilroy like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Okay. How about this? Were you invited to the house?
I came through the door.
Well, yes, we saw that.
Like the front door, or
No, the door. He points to the door he just came through.
And where did you come before that? Before you entered the door?
I went through a different door.
Okay. Did
right?
somebody let you in that door? Or did you just come in yourself?
Came in by myself. All the doors are turret doors.
Okay.
Right.
Alright.
So on your way through these doors, which are apparently all of yours, you didn't happen to notice sword or anything, did you? Like
I've seen
shiny.
a lot of swords.
Okay, but like a special looking sword.
Ooh.
Depends on the special. Like there was this one when we were in hell that was like really sparkly, but I wasn't supposed to like touch it or anything. I have my cool axe, and he pulls it out, and he's like, "This is Dorguy's Bane. I got this in hell as well, and it does some really cool things." And Tilly helped me name it when we revisited, and then we came back. Really
Actually,
should go back at some point and see if they fixed him.
I had a thought. I may have prepared a new spell. Hopefully that'll help us locate this sword. I expected this to be a bit more difficult, to be honest. So I'll cast. I'll take a few minutes and then cast locate object. If I
oh,
can.
okay.
Okay.
So
I
describe the
guess
name
while
of an
Gilroy's
object.
doing that, Mal is gonna attempt to get more information out of this strange red dragonborn.
With a
Here's
tail.
the thing, though.
Yeah.
It says describe or name an object that is familiar to me. Would you say that the sword is familiar? Because I mean, I know of it. Would you say that it's familiar to me? Like I know of its existence, and I know where it is, like more or less in the country of Barovia. It's not like I'm just kind of throwing out random things. But would you consider it familiar
Uh,
to me at this point?
The spell does go on to specify the spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least
Right.
once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead block. It's basically like X-ray. Okay. Yeah. Noted.
Yeah. So it doesn't
So,
specifically say.
such as a certain
So I'll leave it up
kind
to you.
of
Hang on. I'm just gonna
weapon.
bring us out of this for a second. It can't locate things through lead. Are we analogizing magic to like radiation at this
Yeah.
point?
There's
Pretty
X-ray
much.
vision.
Yeah, supervision.
X-ray magic.
So
And you could
I
ask it for the nearest sword and hope.
well, I'm thinking
Yeah.
because it's locating a certain kind of weapon. So if you were to specify, for example, magic sword, something like that, legendary magic sword, things like that, it probably would locate it, I would imagine. So yeah.
Okay. I would specifically use the word sun sword.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the only sun sword in Barovia itself. So
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
is the range of it?
I think it's like
Within
1,000.
1,000 feet. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the object is no, so where is it? You sense the direction to the object's location as long as right. Okay. So you do get a sense of it, and I need to consult the map. If I
Yeah, I
have
saw that
a
last
look,
time. I
yeah,
never used that. Jeez.
it's
So
pretty
what's
much directly above you, maybe about
okay.
20 feet above you, and slightly off to the right.
Okay. Okay. I'll let Malika know that as well. I'll just kind of whisper it to her though, because I don't
Yeah.
know this new red dragonborn yet. I think what we're after is above us. Um, I get a sense. Magic and such. You know how it is with
Yeah,
spells.
no, I got it, I got it. Like directly above, or do I have a bearing that I can go off?
Uh, just just above us. It probably directly above us. I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's not an
Right.
exact science, but
Okay.
uh,
While,
but I
while
think
you're
if we go up,
whispering,
it's fine.
Torit eats his bread. He's just standing there eating bread.
What
That
what should we
seems to
do
have
about
fruit
this
in it
one?
somehow.
This one doesn't seem threatening.
He doesn't seem threatening, but he does seem very stupid.
Well, perhaps we could use that.
Yeah, okay. I think not for actually sneaking around the house. I feel like he is of a very loud persuasion, but like maybe we could get him to be a distraction.
I like that. I agree.
You know, he looks big and strong. He can probably take care of himself.
How and I'll ask Torit. It's Torit, Torit.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll ask Torit. Have you seen anybody else in the house, or is it just Torit? As lovely as you are.
I just came through the door.
But and okay. Uh, uh, all right. Never mind.
He's looking at you as if, how can you not understand the concept of he came through the door?
Well, no, I understand where you came from. Did you see anybody else while on the path from outside to here?
I wasn't outside.
Well, no, I know, but where did you come from?
Oh, hang on. Right. You're not from Barovia, yeah?
What's Barovia?
Okay. Thank you. That actually helps a lot. Yes, yes.
Right.
Very
Okay.
smart.
So it's instead of what happened to us with the fog and the dreams and the
Right.
You see, this chuckle just stepped through a door.
Right. Yes.
That's what I do. That's what
Where,
all
what?
doors are turret
Okay.
doors.
Yeah,
what
we get it. We get it. Torit, yeah, Torit. We've got
Turret,
a
son of
proposition.
turret, son of
Yeah,
turret.
yeah,
son
son of
of
Torit.
turret.
We get it
This
as well.
was so
Torits.
worth it.
Many turrets. We've got a bit of a proposition for you. My good friend and I are here to acquire an object, and you look like a big strong lad. There are some pretty bad people in this house who want to stop us from getting this object. Would you be able to keep an eye out for them for us and maybe cause a bit of chaos, distraction, if you see them coming for us?
Seems to think about this. I'm a roll. Where's my turret dice?
There's
All
probably
right.
going to be a lot more doors to go through
Ooh.
if that sweetens the pot.
Orb. Different doors.
Yeah, I mean it's a house full of doors. That.
Lots of doors. Doors are good.
Yes. Well,
Where?
I should explore the other doors.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, who knows where they might lead? I mean, this door took you from somewhere that has bread with fruit in it to this fruitless land.
I was just in Door Guy's lair, which is my lair, where, because I always go back to the lair, and then I come through the door with, and he pulls out this orb from his pocket, and he's like, orb takes me through the door, and I find secret doors, like we did for hell.
No, you notice the orb itself is glowing and seems to be emanating magic. It just kind of pulses out these waves of arcane energy.
Can I make an
Huh.
Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I tell what it is? 16.
Yeah, so
missed Torit.
you get the idea that this is a humongously powerful magic object. Far more powerful than this Dragonborn would seemingly be able to create. So you suspect the Dragonborn probably didn't make it. It's most likely either been given to the Dragonborn or found by the Dragonborn. But it has, as I say, this really strong pulsing arcane energy coming from it, and it seems to be almost like a teleportation kind of magic, but beyond that as well, rather than just teleporting through like different lands and planes, it seems to be able to teleport the holder through time as well.
Good.
It is designed with a very specific purpose in mind, though, which you're not able to determine.
Now that's an interesting little thing that you have there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helps
Where-
Torit find turret doors.
Well, that is handy. That is handy. Where did you get
certainly
that?
seems useful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understood all the words you said individually. I'm not going to bother myself with putting them together into a meaning because that seems a bit useless. So I mean, Tara, are you in?
So did Gilroy ask him something?
No. That we'll save that for another time. It's probably not the
Gilroy
right
just
time.
being nosy.
Well,
Torit has very high charisma. He likes to chat. So we came through this door. So you want to go through this door?
Well, actually,
Hang
we
on, let me look
came
at the map
through
just to
that
see how
door.
that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think there's only two doors.
Yeah, so essentially, Torit is stood in what appears to be a cloakroom closet. There are a couple of coats hanging up in here, and it's a very small room. It's only 10 foot by 5 foot.
Okay. I mean, we just came up some stairs, and there's nothing interesting down there.
No, nothing
Bit
at all.
demon summoning maybe, but
Definitely-
nothing actively happening currently.
Definitely
And
don't
the
want to
thing-
go downstairs.
The thing we need is upstairs. We think.
Yes. I have this feeling it's upstairs. So, did oh God, I'm gonna regret asking this. Did you see any stairs before you came in this door?
Mal's just looking at Gilroy like, why do you expect this to get a different answer?
I did say I was going to regret
Can't
it.
even say it with a straight face. I came through the door.
Oh God, yes, all right. I figured I'd try.
So Torit's just gonna go over and open the other door. Like, just he's gonna go over to this door and he's gonna knock on the door. Hello?
Oh God.
And see if he gets a response from the door.
It's
He gets no
concept of
response from the
stealth
door.
lost in
No.
our new friend.
He just kind of nods. This seems to be a common occurrence. And then he and then he tries the handle of the door to see if it's open. He has learned some things.
Yeah, so this door is open. Yeah.
So he will open the door and have a look. What's on the other end, on the side of the door.
So on this side of the door, it's essentially another room that's basically 10 foot by 5 foot wide, and it just seems to be a back entrance there. So you see a very heavily barred door directly in front of you, literally iron-bound door, looking like it belongs on the door of a bank rather than a regular house. And there's a door off to either side of you as well, left and right.
Should we follow her?
I mean, I don't
Torit's
really
a
want.
he, but yeah,
All right, him. Sorry, I apologize.
it's
I
fine.
don't really want to lose him, so yeah, let's follow him for now, I suppose.
Yes.
So left or right, and he does it the wrong way around. He says left or right.
Mal says, I mean, I realise that all doors are your doors, but maybe if you crack them open and I'll have a peek, tell you which one looks good. Quietly, like, though, if you don't mind. Can you, like, whisper hello? Remember, we want to avoid the bad people, yeah?
He takes Door Guy's Bane down and says, "Well, that's what this is for. They try and kill me, and then this kills them instead.
No, I
I don't
get
want
that. It's
to,
just
but that's how it usually goes down."
no. I understand that. I get that. But me and Gilroy, we are not as strong as you. So for the sake of us, it would be very, very good if you could be quiet until they see us first,
Well,
and
that's
then you can
probably
go to town with your door guy's bane and
Ah,
shout as loud as you want. Yeah.
Okay. So he'll go to this one on his right, because it's nearest, and he'll knock quietly, and he'll attempt to whisper, "Hello," and not expect anything, because he doesn't expect responses from anything.
Yep. And there isn't a response at all.
So he will try the handle on the door.
Yeah, and the door itself is unlocked. So you are able to open said door.
Then he'll move slightly out the way, because Malika did have a look.
Yeah, Mal's gonna have a peek through the door to see what the lay of the land is like on that side.
Yeah, so that seems to be a storage room on there. It seems to hold
Okay.
some crates and barrels. Is pretty much all that's in this room.
Okay. So yeah, Mal looks at that and then she kind of like looks back at Gilroy and shakes her head and she's like, storeroom.
Yeah, there
No
is another
stairs.
door in that room as well.
Oh, okay.
So there's
In that case,
a door to the south, essentially, in that room.
okay, I guess she's gonna sneak in. So she sneaks in and has a look around. And then she sneaks back and she pokes her head back through and she sort of says to Torit, Torit, there's another door back here if you want to have a crack at that.
Door. And he easily gets past you, because he's used to getting past small friends.
All right.
And he does the same polite knock and whisper of hello on this door.
Good job. Excellent.
Yeah, Mal's
And
like,
assuming he
Yeah.
gets no response, he will then try
No
the handle.
response. Yeah, so the handle does move quite easily, and the door opens up.
And he
I'll,
moves out the way so
I'll pull
Malika
up
can
my-
have a look.
I'll pull up my
Mal
walking
has a
back
peek.
just in case. I just kind of, it's just like look a little bent stick, just, and I'm kind of like pointing it ahead of me. And it doesn't look very vicious, but
So this room appears to be a kitchen, and it looks pretty much spotless. This kitchen itself, and you see a wash basin in the northeast corner, and then there's a door off just to the right there, just inside this room, and there seems to be a little kind of alcove section in the middle of the room there, off to the right as well.
Okay, so 2 doors.
well, I don't know.
Torit now seems to be looking to Malika for directions, as if expecting her to just tell him what to
Okay.
do.
Mal says, I mean, there's 2 doors in here. That's like double the fun for you, yeah?
Yeah.
He's,
I mean, yeah,
he
knock
has to think
yourself
for a
out.
sec.
No pun intended.
Go for the nearest one. Quiet knock, quiet hello, expects no answer, then tries the handle.
Yeah. This
Third
room,
time's
And-
charm.
this small little room there appears to be a pantry of sorts.
Oh well. rather
Any
obvious.
good
There-
food in there?
Make a perception check.
I was
Oh yeah, dice. That might be useful.
That might be.
and
I
will
do
do
have them. They're just not out.
perception as well. Well, I rolled an 18 for Torit,
Ooh.
but I haven't got. I'll get his character, and he'll have. If I remember correctly, he's got at least a +2. So,
That's 18 plus a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
24 for Mal.
Not me. I
I
got
can't
an
believe I
8
got 24 to check out pantry.
and 2
That's
plus 6.
Jared.
There better be something good in there.
Well, you look around, and you look and you say, "Oh, it all looks pretty, pretty mundane." And then
Five.
you turn to walk away from it, and then just as you're turning your head, something catches your eye, and it appears to be a loaf of bread, and there seems to be something in the bread. There seems to be quite a few things in the bread, in fact. And as you take a closer look, there is indeed some fruit bread sitting on the side.
Mal's taking the bread. She's taking the bread.
I was just about to ask, where is it within Malika's? You get it straight away, or is it higher up? Is it like higher up, higher than
it-
she'd be able to ordinarily reach? Being a
no, no,
small friend.
it's fairly low down. Yeah, it's,
She's taking the
within
bread.
arm's
She's got
reach.
she takes the bread and she shows it to Gilroy. She's like, Gilroy, they were lying about the fruit bread.
Whatever makes you happy.
She's so happy right now. She sort of like gets a little sort of like cloth out of her bag and she wraps the bread up and then she puts it in the bag and she's like, okay, I'm good.
I'm good now. We can go now. Oh, we need a sword, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Return
That's
to
what we
the
came
sword.
for. Yes.
Okay.
You've got a turret. That's better than a sword.
Right. Let's try this other door, shall we?
Okay. Torit kind of runs around and, quiet knock, quiet hello,
Mhm.
expects no answer.
Yeah, so this opens out
Hello.
onto 2 doors, one directly ahead, one to the left, and a staircase to the right. This wooden staircase leading up to what appears to be a balcony, and at the foot of the stairs, the 3 glass doors are actually stained glass doors. You can't quite see through them, but they are translucent, essentially.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Stairs.
doors or stairs?
Well,
Stairs.
I think
What
try
we
this.
need is upstairs.
I was going to say,
Stairs?
try the stairs.
Stairs.
First. Definitely the stairs.
But doors.
I know,
There'll
but
be more doors
Hey,
upstairs,
Edward,
and then
uh,
we can
there's
come
probably a
down
door.
and see these
There's
doors.
well, there's probably a door at the top of the stairs.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ah,
As you head upstairs,
Where have we moved to?
scroll up map. Uh,
Oh, map.
where that
Okay,
up?
cool.
oh, well, okay.
No, hang on, I need to zoom out just to give myself enough.
Just
Thank
scroll
you.
straight up.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I was hoping that I'd be able to move my token, but it's okay. The DM kindly moved it for me.
Are you trying to be stealthy at all whilst trying to go up these stairs, or?
Oh, Mal is. Where the
Very much
turret
so.
is
Oh,
is completely
turret.
different thing.
Why would he be stealthy? He doesn't need
I
to
was
be
going to
stealthy.
say, if I remember correctly, Torit doesn't do stealth that well.
No.
Well, neither does Gilroy, but he's still going to try.
I
Yeah,
have
so
no idea what actual armor he's wearing,
I
but
have
it
not a
doesn't
clue.
it doesn't mention that I have disadvantage on stealth. But my stealth is only +2. I think it's
Oh, I do.
some form of crazy artificer enchanted stuff from Connor. So
Okay.
The cleric has the disadvantage on stealth.
I don't think I
Yeah.
have disadvantage,
So
but I just
stealth
don't have
checks
good
from
stealth,
anyone
and he
who's
doesn't
trying to
care.
be stealthy.
Yeah, the thing about he doesn't have bad stealth, he just doesn't try, so
Ooh.
he's not bothered.
Well, 9. It's not horrible, I suppose.
Okay,
Wouldn't-
and what
it's not
was
a great
Melika's
thing.
stealth score?
I'm sorry?
What was Mal's stealth score?
Oh, right.
God, it was good. But I can't remember exactly what it was. I don't want to roll again in case it's really bad, but it was a good roll.
Does it really matter when you have a 9 and a not rolling?
I mean, yeah.
Clink, clink,
I'll fudge it. I know it was something like 18 because I have a +6 to stealth.
Hey guys, I think the sword's up this way.
This is a lot of doors.
Right?
So you get to
Torin goes
the.
straight for the set of double doors because 2 doors at once. Of course he's gonna.
You notice you're in a hallway with a window at each end, and it just kind of wraps around this staircase. And you also see framed portraits and mirrors along the walls as well. And surrounding you, they just seem to be judging looks from these portraits and dark reflections. You hear something scratching one of the many doors, and
Oh,
So
Mhm.
I have to say, Torrent knocks on both doors at once, kind of like still doing it quietly and whispering his hello. But he doesn't just knock on one of them. There's 2 doors next to each other, so he has to knock on both.
Yeah, there is no response from that door.
So
Have we
he's gonna
seen-
try both the handles to see if they'll swing open.
Whether they do not.
Have-
These doors appear to be
have-
locked.
Have we seen the people in the pictures before at all? Like, do we know any of the portraits? Or
You've seen the two boys that's in the portrait. Those were the sons that you talked
Oh.
to in the Blue Water Inn.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
But nobody else, eh?
Door's locked.
I can sort that. Hang on.
All right, I'll step back on. And get it away.
Okay. Thieves tools. Doobie.
Dex plus proficiency. Proficiency.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can never remember that one. It's always.
So Dex is +2. Proficiency is now +3 because we're at level 5. So that's plus a 5. That's a 19 for that thieves tools roll.
Yeah, that is enough to pop the locks on there and open said door.
Which door had the scratching sounds?
Now I'm pleased somebody asked that one. So
Torrent wouldn't think about that, so I
make
can't.
before we open this door, make a perception check.
I mean, I assumed that since there was no answer, it wasn't this one.
Ooh,
Yes, but
18.
this was the double doors. Torrent has to go through this
Preoccupied
one
with
first.
scratching, can't answer it.
24. 24.
24. So with a 24, you are fairly certain that it is on the left-hand side of the this hallway. So it's not one of the doors that it's not the door that you're right next to, and it's not one of the doors on the. It's not the doors down the bottom end of the corridor. It is one of either the double doors that they're about to open, or the door next to it.
Okay, cool. I'll ready my wand just in case.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Mal's gonna step to one side because she knows Torit A wants to be the one to open the door, and she figures if anything is behind it, it's better that Torit encounters it first.
mhm.
Oh, definitely. Is somebody willing to open the
Yeah.
door
So
for us?
as you
All right.
open the door, you see what appears to be, when I get to said description, it appears to be a library.
Oh,
And it's crawling with cats. Bookshelves hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other than the furnishings, including a desk and a chair, table, wine cabinet, the room itself does have an irregular shape, though, and none of the angles seem quite right. It's almost as though the shifting of the house has actually set the whole place on edge.
oh.
Puppies!
No, 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 no. uh,
I was
uh,
waiting for it.
Yeah.
animals, yes, but uh. Oh no, I see. Okay, all right. So,
I think
Four
those are
legs,
cats.
tail equals puppy.
well, four legs and I mean,
He's very excited.
sure.
And he,
Why not?
so many
Okay.
puppies!
Okay.
Yes,
I know. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Okay, Gilroy,
yeah.
we found another way to control him.
Oh, wow.
Doors
Oh, right,
and
doors.
fluffy animals, I guess.
Oh,
Puppies!
well, yes. I tell you what, if you're silent, well, maybe take one with us. Maybe.
Yeah, as you're all
I
focusing on
think
the cats themselves, you kind of notice that one of them, so they've all got collars on, and one of them actually has a key hanging from the collar.
can Torrent go and pick up that particular puppy?
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
make an animal
wait.
handling check.
God.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh, Jesus.
I feel like this should be higher just because of Perry, but
While
it's a
while Torit is trying to pick up that cat, Mal is going to close the doors just to make sure the cats don't escape and blow their cover.
That would be a good idea, probably.
I'm gonna pull out some of my ration, some of my jerky, and
Hmm.
kind of hold it in my hand, try to tempt the cat with the key.
Oh, Turret's already
Although
got hold of that cat, yeah.
well, all right, fine.
Yeah,
17 total.
17.
Yeah,
So,
I have to roll well. I get a -1. I feel like animal handling I should have gotten better at because of Perry, but we'll not go there.
yeah.
You took a level in Bard instead.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I did take the level in Bard.
So you
That's
do
fair.
manage to catch the cat and pick up the said cat. However, as soon as you do, it digs its claws into your arms.
Huh.
And it deals you 2 points of damage.
Torrent doesn't seem to react to this. He's just like,
Torit's just there, like, I've had worse.
yeah. 2 damage is nothing when you're slightly higher level than you guys.
Just slightly. Yeah.
Slightly.
Slightly, meaning 4 times the level. But yes. And then he's going to hold the cat out to Mal and be like, do you want to take the key? I'll keep the puppy.
You just see little beads of blood coming because you can see the cat's claws inside Turret's arms, and you just see little thin beads of blood starting to come out as the claws are just
And he's
sat there.
grinning. He's just grinning like the proverbial cat that got the cheese, not the dragonborn that got the puppy.
mean, it's not like a
looking
massive
extremely disturbed
stream of blood or anything.
by
It's
this
just
fight.
literally small little beads of blood forming around the
Yeah, I mean,
puncture
looking like
wound.
it's kind of like she's not super disturbed. Like she's seen more disturbing things, but it's also just kind of
Yeah.
like this is weird. She's I guess I'm gonna roll sleight of hand to try and grab this key.
To
I
try
don't know.
and grab the key without it biting you, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Either that or animal handling, whichever you'd prefer.
They're both +2, so it doesn't really matter.
As they're doing that, I'm going to kind of creep around the room and see what else.
Yeah, sure.
So that was a 15 on that roll.
A 15, so you do manage to get a key, but you also manage to get bit. For
Ow.
4 points of damage, as this cat literally digs its teeth into your hand.
Fuck.
Gilroy, so you see in the bottom right corner there's a bookshelf. In the middle of the room, well, in the middle there's the desk with the. It seems like some writing implements are on the desk, and a load of books on the bookshelf as well.
Does this cat have like a name on the collar,
No,
like a name tag?
no, there's no name tag, just a collar.
Well, there's no doors over here, but there seems to be something on this desk. I think we should be careful with the rest of the doors, though, because there's there's something else here. Although the scratching may have been the cat. I'm not sure. Too soon to tell.
I mean, maybe the scratching was the cat's.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Yes, yes.
Puppies.
Puppies.
I'll walk over to the desk and see what kind of a business is on the desk.
Yeah, so you see some drying sand. There's there you see an inkwell with a quill, and some parchment sheets of parchment there as well. There's nothing written on any of them. Just seems to be a desk where somebody would sit down and compose a letter, perhaps, or write something else.
Did you say drying sand?
Yeah, so you would have
Not sure what that is.
when writing with quill and ink, you'd often have a drying
Oh,
sand. Essentially, you just grab the
got it.
sand and chuck it over the paper to dry the ink.
Right. Okay. Okay. Um.
Torit's still just. He's now got the puppy in one hand and he's kind of stroking it in the other. Whether it's still clawing at him or not.
Literally every time you go to stroke it, it's trying to bite at your hand.
And he's not
It,
paying any
it,
attention. He's just
yeah,
like
it might
happily
catch you
just-
every now and again, and your hand's just getting bloodier and bloodier, but it's not doing any significant damage. It's just a point here or there.
Yeah. He's not even paying it any
Yeah.
attention. He's just
I dare say
happily
Torrit's
stroking the
probably
cat.
not going to be here long enough to worry about losing all of his hit points to a cat taking a couple off every now and again.
Yeah, considering it's quite sizable with his
Yeah.
19 barbarian.
Well, I don't think there's anything left in this room. Check the rest of the doors if you'd like, Torit. More
Ooh,
doors?
doors.
I mean,
Doors, puppy.
Doors.
Yes. We should
all
You
right.
could take puppy
I
with
should
you.
use 2 hands for the doors. Goodbye,
You
puppy.
could make it easier.
And then he puts the cat down.
You let go of the cat. The cat kind of hisses at you, as cats do, and then just scarpers away.
Incredible.
I do want to do a quick perception check to check if you said it was a library. I want to see if are all the shelves empty or is there like a couple
No,
of
the
books?
shelves have a fair few books on them. Yeah, there's a lot of books in the library. So there's shelves right next to you, and there's more shelves around the corner. At the top there, they've got the wine rack.
Sorry, I thought you said they were empty.
No, there's a fair few books on them. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you said that some of them were empty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Torrent's just gonna have a quick glance at the books next to him and see if he sees anything of interest to him or
Yeah, make a perception check.
Ooh, that's good. Perception +5. So that's a 24.
Nice.
So
So-
Torrent's interested in what you know they are, but they will have some slight overlap with Jarrett. from that particular event part of his life, but
No.
mostly still Torit-esque.
With a 24, you do find one book that is of particular interest to Torit, and it does stand out to Torit very much, as it has the word door in its title. And as Torit goes, "Oh, door!" picks up the book and looks at the full title of the book, and it is actually a book on the art of how to hide a door.
He's like,
Interesting.
"Don't!"
Interesting. How to hide a door, you say?
How to hide a door.
The
Oh,
art
all
of how
right.
to hide a door.
From Torit.
It's almost as if the book
Why
was
would you?
made for you.
And then he kind of reads it and gets excited, and then he looks a bit confused, and he looks down at Malika and is like, "But why would you hide a door?"
I told you, Torit. The people who own this house are bad people.
Mm.
Maybe it's a door out of hide.
You know, oh God. I suppose that's a possibility.
He kind of flicks through it. Not really. He didn't see anything. He just flicks through it because he knows it makes him look clever. And then he just pockets the book in whatever backpack he's using
Yeah.
for now.
I wonder, should we try and contact one of our friends? I have a spell that does that. I don't know if we'll need any help here, but I suppose I should have done this earlier on. But thinking about it now,
I mean, just gonna point out, there's a reason we left them behind, yeah? We've already picked up yet another variable, which
What a
Well,
variable it is.
D100 variable.
perhaps if we get in trouble, I'll send it. You're right.
I'd almost say it might be
Definitely.
better encountering a deck of many things than encountering a turret.
oh, it's fine as long as we figure out how to control him, though.
This is true.
Well, it seems like puppies and doors seem to work so far.
Point to the
I
nearest
didn't
door.
do too badly with the deck of many things last time we used one.
Yeah,
I
you
carried that
didn't. It was everybody else who
perfectly well.
did.
I know.
All right.
That
Well,
was
shall we
good times.
continue for more doors?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Well, there weren't any.
go out the door.
I didn't see
Yeah.
anyone here.
Again, when everyone's out, Mal's gonna close the doors on the cats to make sure they don't get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
As you're actually closing the door, you do hear that scratching again. And being stood literally right next to this door, you can hear that it is coming from another door in this room. So you suspect it's essentially coming from this door, the scratching.
Sorry, which one?
Which door?
The door you're stood right next to, Gilroy.
Oh, okay, this one here.
Okay. Don't like that.
So
I'll move over here. Be very, very careful with this
you
door.
still want me to be quiet?
Yes.
Yes.
Bad
Please.
people, Torit. Bad people.
Especially quiet with this door.
So he's going to knock quietly and say hello quietly.
And Torit is extremely surprised when he gets a response. He has a female voice, rather quietly, meow, like a cat. Can little kitty come out to play? Little kitty is sad and lonely and promises to be good this time. Really, she does.
Okay.
Mal kind of leans around for it to exchange a look of Gilroy.
Maybe don't open that door right away.
So Tori kind of leans in again and says, I'm Torit, son of Torit, son of Torit, son of Torit.
While Torit is busy listing his lineage, Mal kind of uses the cover to have a whispered conversation with Gilroy and underneath. Okay, so do we think that's Madam locked it, or do we think that's the daughter?
That's a very good question. Well, nobody's seen the Mother
Yeah,
of
no one's
quite
seen the
some
daughter,
time.
and she's just saying that can she come out to play?
That doesn't. I don't like. That sounds creepy.
I mean, she also sounds a little bit, not
Well,
right.
yeah,
And
that's what I mean. It doesn't sound right at all. I don't think we have much of a choice. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen regardless of whether we choose it or not. Torit seems quite obsessed with doors, so
remind me how long it takes for Torit to list his lineage. I'm just trying to figure out how long we have.
I think he's
It
got
takes a
I think
while.
he was like 165 turrets.
I actually
you
have
said?
the exact number.
Good God.
Yep,
That's a
So
lot of
that's
time.
just how much you can say in
165.
Discord. I don't. Yes, thank you. I think it was
How long does it take to say son of Torit 165 times?
good God.
However long that is, that's how long we've got to have this conversation.
Unless the daughter interrupts him,
Yes,
Probably,
that's true.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
probably a few seconds anyway.
but that's up to Fraser, assuming it's the
Well, that's
daughter.
true.
But,
No.
Mhm.
but whoever's on the other side of the door could interrupt him, and then he's.
They don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
you actually get to say his full lineage. Incredible.
Yes. He doesn't get to say
Um,
it all of them very often.
Yeah,
So I'll whisper to Malika, should we ask the woman behind the door about the sword? Or I mean, that's not right now.
I mean, it could go one or two ways, which is that either she tells us, it probably in a really creepy way, or it sets her off and we have a fight on our hands.
Oh,
So
the sword
that
on this
depends if is
floor.
that a gamble you want to take, yeah?
Well, the sword is on this floor somewhere. She may have it on her.
We could always ask her what she wants to play, and then
That's true.
if it sounds harmless-ish, we open the door. And if it sounds like we're definitely going to get hurt, we tell her that she's not been good enough or something. I don't know.
Well, that sounds like a better plan than any that I've got right now. So let's do that.
all the while, you can just hear turrets drawing on turrets and of 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 turrets. And then,
finish before he finishes
yeah,
lineage?
so, after a little bit, turret kind of finishes and he's like, whoa, never done all that before. People normally stop me.
Yeah, he just kind of he stops and then he just kind of looks around. He's like very confused. Well, it's more son of Turner, son of. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Don't know the son. What the father of the first turret was called.
And that we can use as the inspiration for your little turret hunting bit as well. Because you actually got to finish your lineage. Finding the first son of Torit.
Oh
Uh-huh. Converging lines. See, I has plans.
You did say the orb can travel in time.
Exactly.
Oh god. The wider Torit mythos continues.
Yep.
Hey, TCU man.
Family trees are
The
red horse.
Torrent cinematic universe.
Adventure for a later
Or
time.
Okay, so we'll I guess we'll kind of look at the door and whisper. So what kind of game do you want to play?
Little kitty wants to play.
Well, yes. What kind? What do you want to play? What do you want to play?
Little kitty wants to play with the other kitties.
I mean, that
But that
seems
that
reasonable.
sounds bad.
I don't know what a kitty is.
She means the
She's talking
puppies,
about the
Torit.
puppies.
She means the puppies.
Oh, you're a puppy. And then he just goes to open the door.
No. Oh.
And the door is locked.
Oh well, all right.
Ah.
I mean nothing.
The
Yeah,
puppies.
You open this door too.
Mal kind of like looks at the key, which she took off the cat, and she looks at
Mhm.
Gilroy, and she's like, I mean, the key was on the cat. That seems that's a bit on the nose, right?
It was on the puppy.
Yeah, the puppies, yeah. Whatever. What are the chances that the key to the door of the person going on about the cats was attached to the cat, the puppy turret?
Well, I mean, probably about as good a chance as finding a dragon named Torit in the Wakta house. And,
You're not wrong.
Um,
Oh.
yeah, all right. Yeah, I guess Mal looks at. She's like, I mean, moment of truth. Yeah or no?
oh,
Torrent nodding
why
his head.
not?
Torrent wants to see the puppy.
We're not
Okay.
going to make any advancements.
The
Like,
strangely
yeah,
humanoid
I
puppy.
think we should.
Mal
Oh, that's later
I've got
on.
good feeling.
Mal sighs deeply, and she goes to kneel down next to the door. And actually, before she puts the key in, can she look through the keyhole to see if there's anything she can see the person in there?
So you look through the keyhole, and what you see on the other side is actually a human eye looking back at you. But as you look at the keyhole itself, and you look at the key that's in your hand, the key seems to be a little bit too small for this lock.
Okay. All right then. This is a different key. Okay, she puts the key back in the pouch on her belt where it was safely kept, and then. Yeah, I guess
Can
I'm gonna
little
roll
kitty
for
come out to
Yeah.
play?
So you know the cats are in the library, yeah? Is that where you want to go?
Yes, I want to play with the other little kitties.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of kitties in there. Puppies, Torrit. Knock yourself out, I guess. Yeah, looking like she'd rather be doing anything else than this. Mal's gonna get her thieves' tools out and pick the lock.
Cool.
That's a natural 20.
Awesome. Yeah. So having already picked a similar lock on the other door, you managed to find just the right points to poke and prod at in this lock to get it open nice and quickly. And as the lock snicks, you hear almost like a scurrying away from the door. Are you going to open the door?
Torrent is.
Yeah, Mal stands back and she gestures to Torrit and she's like, all yours.
Cool.
Torrent
When I
opens the
say
door.
stand back, I hasten to add, hang on, I was going to move it. She stands back on the opposite side to where the library is, just in case whoever comes out will, barrels straight in that direction.
Okay.
I've just got
He
to
opens the door. It's like, hello.
I'm holding out my
Cool.
wand. And,
So Turret grasps the handle and turns. Meanwhile, back at the Blue Water Inn,
nice.
we have a Ravenheart who is sleeping nice and comfortably in a nice, warm, snug bed. And you are so fast asleep, you begin to dream. And in your dream, you're standing in front of this house. And as you look at the house itself, it seems quite familiar to you. It takes a couple of seconds, but then you actually recognize this is actually your parents' house. This is where your parents live. And then you look at something that's in your hand and you notice it's a piece of parchment. As you read what's actually written on this parchment, you notice it's an execution order for your parents. But wait, in your hand, it looks unfamiliar. These aren't your hands. And you look to either side of you, and next to you, there's quite a number of members from the local guardhouse. You recognize a few of the faces just from walking the streets and things like that, but as you look down to straighten your uniform, you actually realize you're in guard uniform. And then you quickly realize that you're not actually in charge of this body. You appear just more of an observer in this body. And one of the guards next to you, he says, "Oh, Fenric, let's get this over with." And you nod to the guard, and you hear a deep voice coming from your mouth. Yes, Marin, let's. And you start walking to the door. the execution order in hand. As you get to the door itself, you reach your hand up and you knock on the door. City guard, open up. It takes a few moments there and a couple of rushed footsteps, and the door opens, and you see your father's face appear in a crack in the doorway. A nice big smile on his face, and as he notices the guard and the significant number of guard there, the smile quickly vanishes, and he seems to almost falter with his words. Yes, how can I help you, sir? You must come with us. Both you and your wife must come to the guardhouse immediately. Okay. And then suddenly vision starts blurring, and everything just seems to fade like a vapor. And when it returns, you stood in the guardhouse itself, and you're actually looking at your parents through bars, and they seem to be in a prison cell, and they look absolutely petrified. And then that deep voice comes again. It'll be tomorrow, midday. And your mother's face just goes white as a sheet, just tears pouring from her eyes down her cheeks. Your father tries to comfort her, but just absolutely nothing is working. And he's just got this grave, stern look on his face, almost as if he's resigned to his fate. And then your vision fades once again. And as it returns, you're actually stood in the centre of the marketplace, but it's slightly different. You're actually stood beside a set of gallows. And you walk along and you actually see your parents stood there, manacled up. And you reach out for a noose, place it over your father's neck and tighten the knot. Move the knot to the side. Then you walk a little further along and you repeat the process with your mother. The noose over your mother's neck, off to the side. Then you slowly walk back to the lever at the side there. And the guard beside you calls out to the people in the square as he reads from seemingly a scroll of parchment. Rom and Nefer, you've been charged with theft from our Lord's son. For this crime, they have been sentenced to hang from the neck until dead. And then you turn to both of your parents and, any last words? And your mother, you just hear sobs coming from your mother, and your father's face is just set in a stony silence. And then the guard turns to you and nods. And time seems to almost slow down as your hands reach out for the lever in front of you. You try screaming, but just nothing coming out at all. And you try desperately to pull your hands away from the lever even, but they're just moving inexorably forward. And as you grasp the lever and you pull it towards you, you hear the click as the mechanism holding the trapdoor in place is released. It's a very small sound, but deafening in your ears. And your parents drop and the noose catches. You hear the crack of a neck, but your father starts to gasp as he struggles for breath. His body slowly turns to yours, and you see the pleading look on his face. Not pleading for release, just for it to end. And after what feels like an eternity, all goes silent and your vision starts to fade. And you open your eyes, and you're lying there in the bed in the Blue Water Inn. You just lie there in the dark, and that pleading look on your father's face just hanging before your eyes, fading into the darkness.
Jesus.
Should not have answered those questions. Again. God, that was nasty.
I mean, we did spend an hour having fun with Torit, so it's only fair.
So how about that lore, guys?
Well, the cat's out the bag, I'd say.
So yeah, one absolutely mortified Ravenheart, lying now wide awake, picturing his father's face in his mind's eye. Meanwhile, at the Wachter house,
God.
a door is being opened. So Torit throws open the door, and you see the room itself is very musty and dark. And you see an iron-framed bed fitted with leather straps, and it actually stands near the wall. The place itself has no other furnishings at all, and scurrying away from you on all fours is a young woman in a soiled nightgown, and she leaps onto the bed and hisses like a cat. Little kitty doesn't know you. Little kitty doesn't like the smell of you.
Torit just kind of sniffs his armpits and was like, and then just shrugs. Am I meant to be able to see inside the room? Because I can't.
Yeah. Keep forgetting to change the thingy. You know what? I'm getting used to Foundry already. In Foundry, you literally click the door and it opens. Yeah, it's going to be so much
very
fun when I
Torit
get that
friendly.
working.
Well, the other puppies are around there. If you want to go play with the puppies, we opened the door.
Little kitty doesn't know you.
I just said my name. I'm Torit, son of Torit, son of Torit. Son of
Okay,
Torit.
okay, we got it. Got
Yeah, Mal's gonna let Tora be a distraction, and she's gonna have a listen at this door that she's in front of to see if there's anything noticeable behind it.
No, you don't hear anything behind it. No.
Okay, is it locked?
It is not. No. No, you try the handle and it does move. Would you like to open
Okay.
it?
She's gonna ease it open very, very slowly and very quietly, using again the distraction of Torit listing off his lineage to this poor girl.
Yeah, so that just appears to be a linen closet.
Okay. Anything suspicious hidden in the linen?
Are you going to search the linen?
Yeah, it's an evil house. They could have hidden anything in there.
Yeah, so you kind of pat it down and no, you think it's just linen, bed sheets.
Okay. Disappointing.
I see her trying that door, and
linen, seeing as how they're filthy rich.
I noticed her trying that door, and I'm gonna say, that's a good idea actually, son of Torit. While he's doing the son of Torit thing, and I'll try this door here, the one that I'm standing in front of. I'll kind of
Yeah,
listen and
so
see what I
that door again does open up. You don't hear anything beyond it. And that room seems to be a bedroom. Doesn't really contain anything out of the ordinary. The bed itself is rather neatly made, surprisingly so, in fact. And there's a table with an oil lamp on it, a handsome wooden chest, a slender wooden wardrobe, and a window box with drapes.
I'll move off to the side and I'll whisper over to Malika that there's a chest here.
Mal pokes his head through the door. Chest?
Oh, yes, I know rogues like chests.
Hmm.
I figured.
I mean, as
Maybe
long
this
as
is
they've
your
got something worthwhile in them, yes. Stereotyping, much.
And there's
You and his
usually one at the
colleague
end of every quest.
maybe should you maybe check it first, just to make sure.
Mal rolls her eyes, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna check out the chest.
I don't want it to
Okay.
be trapped or anything
So
like that.
you pop open the chest, and it's just clothes in the chest, nothing of any extraordinary value.
Well,
Only fancy clothes?
Torit,
They are
Torit,
actually, yeah,
son of Torit.
yeah, they are very nice clothes. In fact, very expensive, you might think, for clothes. That is.
Mal will take a dress.
Okay.
And again, she's gonna roll it up really tiny and stuff it in her pack, and then close the pack back up.
and it doesn't look like there's any kind of. No, I'm a little bit confused.
I mean, you don't suppose the doors to the sword is hidden, do you?
Yeah, well, it must be. I was thinking that while we were in there when Torit found the hidden door.
Yeah, the book about the hidden doors.
It seems rather coincidental that there would be a book of hidden doors in a room.
I mean, I suppose there's still a couple doors that aren't hidden, which we haven't tried yet, so I guess we could try
Oh, are
them and then start looking for the hidden ones.
Okay, yeah, no, I thought we had tried them all. All right,
Alright.
after you, please.
Yeah, Mal pops
Torit
her head.
finished his lineage for the second time.
Yep.
Okay.
This is totally unprecedented. He just looks,
And-
he's very confused. This is going to make it a very interesting tale when he gets back to Tilly.
In your
I've finished my lineage
confusion,
twice.
as you're kind of stood there, kind of looking, thinking, "What the hell is going on?" This young lady in front of you dashes past you. Are you going to try and make any attempt to stop her?
No?
No.
I told her where the other puppies were.
Yep, and that's exactly where she goes, straight into the library.
Okay.
Cool.
Does she close the door behind her?
Nope. But you don't
Mal
notice
sneaks
any
over
cats
and
running out.
Mal sneaks over and closes the door behind her, but just again
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
it
so
is.
Torit was going to follow.
as
and
you
have a-
kind of
was
look
having a
through, so you kind of catch a glimpse as you're closing the door itself, and you notice she's actually over in the far corner, and all of the cats have actually accrued around her, and she's just sitting there playing with the cats.
Huh. Well, she seems happy.
Hmm.
There's a door over here.
That is a
So we
door
have-
over there, yes.
Ooh, I think there's one right here too, isn't there?
There is.
Well,
Mal,
up there.
Mal will follow Torit.
Whisper knock. I'm a
Right.
whisper knock and see if I assume I don't get a response.
Not from this
It's like a
door,
new
no.
spell.
Mm.
Or not.
So this
So then
room,
I'm gonna try the door.
yeah, this room's pretty much the same as the other one. It's just a very plain bed, very well neatly made. A little footlocker, wardrobe, sideboard.
Let me try something.
Torit doesn't know that you checked out these doors over here until he notices they're open, and he just looks kind of sad
Oh no, Mal
that
closed
they're
them
open.
behind her. Don't be silly.
Ah.
She's very thorough. She will have closed them behind her.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay.
And it's senses magic within 30 feet of me, which pretty much is a good portion of this top section here.
I'm just trying to think. Does detect magic items?
Oh no! It just says for the direction I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet.
Okay.
It doesn't.
And does it walls block a block by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, feet of thin lead,
Oh,
or 3 feet of wood or dirt? Okay.
yeah, I really got.
So, grab
I mean, it's
the.
up to you.
Yeah.
First.
Oh yeah, yeah. You do sense magic. So it's off. So if you're facing the bottom, it would be off to your left, the other side of the stairs through the wall.
Off. Um, so sorry, in here or
Yeah, in that room you
whereabouts?
think it is. So it's not in the room you've just looked in.
Okay.
You think it's in the other
Okay,
room
cool.
further down.
Excellent.
So
I will make my way towards
if you
that. Go ahead. What's up?
if you're going towards a door, then Torit will go towards the door that
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
going
yeah.
towards.
No. I'll motion. I think I have a feeling what we something is behind this door here, and I'll kind of point to that door. But be careful.
Okay.
I think what I might be
Then
searching
knock
for is
on the
that.
door and whisper hello.
Hmm.
No.
And you're presumably listening for a response, yeah?
As per usual, he expects nothing.
So you don't quite hear a response, but as you're standing there listening, you do hear what appears to be snoring.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Try the handle,
And the door opens.
and then I'll move out the way and let Malika have a look inside because Malika's the looker. I just open the doors.
Okay, Mal sneaks over and peers through the door.
Yeah, so you kind of inch open the door itself and you peek through. And across from the door, you've got a fire sputtering. It's kind of struggles for life in the hearth, above which hangs a framed family portrait. A noble father and mother, and their your two young sons, and a baby daughter in their father's arms. The sons are smiling away in a way that suggests mischief, and you've seen that look in their eyes as well. The parents look like uncrowned royalty. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room itself, and a closet and a framed mirror actually flank the curtained window to the south. To the north, a nice wide canopied bed lies pinned between matching end tables with oil lamps. Stretched out on one side of the bed is a man dressed in black, his eyes covered with a copper piece. He bears the striking resemblance to the father in the painting. On the other side of the bed lies a woman, and it is from the woman whose the snoring is coming from, and she bears a striking resemblance to the woman in the painting.
Okay.
They're human in the painting.
They are human, yes.
Well, I thought that was in character for a second. I was just like, okay.
That's good.
Um, Mal, Mal withdraws her head and she turns back to the others and she's like, "Okay, Gilroy, we've got the woman in there, and also the man. The man's got coins on his eyes, which that, in my experience, means that someone is left this world.
Right in your
pushing up the
wheelhouse.
daisies, pushing up the daisies, as it were. Join the choir invisible.
I have the perfect spell. This is gonna
Okay,
be fun.
before we cast any spells,
Okay.
the woman's sleeping. The woman is sleeping currently.
Yes. Okay.
She's snoring, like, proper snoring.
Okay.
So, okay, I reckon maybe I sneak in there. If she wakes up and things go south,
Well,
Torit, will you go in there, axe swinging?
Yeah, Tilly wouldn't forgive me if I let a small friend get hurt.
Don't know who that is, but I appreciate it.
Tilly is
Okay.
small, like you, just different.
I have a thing that
Like,
might
trying
help.
to remember
here.
the races in my brains.
We may not actually have to send anyone in that room. If he's in fact dead, I may be able to control him.
As you move around, Gilroy, so are you still concentrating on detect magic?
No. I think if I've kind of more or less located what it is that, or more or less a direction of where I think the magic item that I'm after might be, I would have kind of canceled it out.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's dead, it's gonna sound very strange. I may actually be able to control him. We may be able to confuse the wife and think that he's not dead.
I mean, unless she's the one who killed him.
Well, then that might work even better. She might get scared and we can
She
take her
is the
advice
cult.
and die.
She does run the cult.
Well, that's true.
She runs a cult and she's in good with Strahd. I mean, I feel like she's the one who does the creeping.
I remember him.
It's true.
I said hello
Okay,
to him once.
it was just an idea.
What?
It's
Yeah, nobody's mentioned that to him before.
And I said hello.
sorry, say that again.
I came through a door, and he was on the other side, and he said his name was Strahd, and I should leave. So I shut the door again. He was with another small friend.
Wasn't that a Kenku? Was it a Kenku? No.
No, she wasn't a
Oh,
Kanku.
I can't remember.
I can't remember exactly what.
I can't remember what the race was now, but yeah.
Wait, okay, so you opened the door and Strahd was on the other side, and so you closed it?
Well, I had I said hello, and he looked confused, like you are, dude, like that face right there.
Okay.
I introduced myself, and he interrupted me as usual, and said his name was Strahd, and this was his place, and I needed to go. And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was a bad time, so I shut the door again, and I went on with my searching.
Okay.
This
All
was
right.
months back.
I mean, this doesn't sound any weirder than anything else that's come out your mouth since we met you. So I'm just gonna roll with it. Getting back to the matter in hand, being that we need to steal the sword from from this creepy lady and her dead, very, very, very dead husband.
Okay, let's go look for a sword then. So he starts he just wanders in.
Right.
Oh,
We need to be sneaky. You're the backup plan.
yeah,
Backup plan.
Yeah,
you
like if it goes wrong, you pull the door guy. What was it? Door guys. What's it out? And you
Door
start
guy.
swinging it. Yeah, yeah, that thing.
Okay. Okay. So you go in.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I go in. I look for the sword. If things go wrong, you come in and start swinging that thing around.
Okay.
Yeah.
but please try not to hit us.
Why would I hit you?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, don't when you're swinging it around. I mean, I don't know much
Very
about acting.
accurate, if I'll have you know.
No, well, I have no idea. I've never met you before.
Okay, Mal's gonna sneak into the room.
Okay. So a stealth check, please.
Okay, stealth check. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Yes. Okay, that's 19. Actually, no, I got
Ooh,
plus 6. It's 21.
Yeah, it's not a
I can't do
particularly
maths.
difficult check,
oh,
you know.
okay,
I mean, considering all the noise you've already made already.
okay.
So yeah,
You have a turret.
you sneak into the room itself, and what would you like to do?
Gonna look for the sword.
Okay, where are you going to look
Um,
for the sword?
Okay, so what can I see? So there's 2 end tables. There's the fireplace with the painting above it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that thing in the south corner?
So in the south corner is a standing mirror, and in
Okay.
the southeast corner there's kind of a corner wardrobe with the door on.
Okay. I mean, she doesn't think it's going to be in the wardrobe because that's such an obvious place to keep it, but she's going to check that anyway. So yeah, I guess she sneaks over to the wardrobe and is it locked?
It is not, no.
Okay, she's going to carefully open the wardrobe and peek
We'll put
inside.
that there.
Find Narnia.
So I just need to try and check where everything is in this room again. Right, yeah. So in the closet itself, you see a lot of fancy footwear, many fine garments. You see a very, I think this really black ceremonial robe with a hood. On a high shelf rests an iron chest. Yeah, and that's pretty much it in the wardrobe.
Okay. Okay, I guess she's gonna come out the wardrobe. Okay, so I got a mirror. So yeah, you know what? She's gonna climb. She's gonna try and climb up above the fireplace to see if there's anything behind the painting because they're
Okay.
old rich folks. They always hide shit behind their paintings.
So are you going to put out the fire first?
Yes, yes, she is.
Okay. Cool. So you put out the fire and it kind of hisses a little bit. Your head snaps around to the bed to make sure you haven't woken up Mrs. Wachter. And yeah, you manage to snuff it out and you climb into the fireplace. Make a perception check.
Oh, this dice is being good to me today. This is good. You can leave dice jail. Dice. So that's a 17 plus 6. That's a 23.
Nice.
Okay. So as you're kind of climbing into the fireplace itself, underneath the actual mantle, you see this kind of small little socket area where you can hide things in, and something sticking out, just a little key poking out from that little hiding
Another
place
key,
under the
you
mantle.
say?
Yeah, it's a very small key, this one, though. Like almost like a padlock style key kind of thing.
Interesting. Mal takes it.
Cool. And are you still climbing into the fireplace itself?
I mean, does it look like there's anything else to look for up there?
You kind of poke your head through, and you just see soot blackened walls for the actual chimney flue.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I guess she's not gonna go any further.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Because I was kind of thinking behind the painting would they have hidden anything, but now I'm kind of like, what if they've hid the sword in the chimney?
Mm.
You know what? Yeah, she'll climb into the fireplace. Why the fuck not?
Okay.
Your character went in the fireplace, disappeared for a week.
Yeah, but I wasn't there for that. I was not in control of him climbing into the fireplace.
Yeah, so
Also,
you climb
he's a special
inside,
boy.
and you find it pretty much impossible to avoid getting soot all over you. And
This
you,
does not bother her.
you search around and root around behind the fireplace, and you don't come up with anything.
Okay.
Whispers to Gilroy at this point, just kind of jealous. I like fire.
Okay, I guess Mal makes her way to the edge of the fireplace, and then she sort of like tries to brush as much soot off herself as possible, just enough so that she doesn't start tracking it all everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, she's doing this very quietly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you take a minute
Um,
or two to dust yourself down a bit.
Okay. So she comes out the fireplace. You know what? I'm still going to try and check the painting. So I want to see if there's anything. Does it look like there's anything behind the painting?
Yeah, you kind of ease the painting away from the wall a bit, and you don't see anything in particular behind the painting. No.
Okay. You know when I went in the wardrobe earlier, I can't remember if I rolled perception for it, but was there anything like any weird doors in the wardrobe at all?
No, the only thing you saw in the wardrobe was some fine garments, including that black ceremonial robe that really stood
Okay.
out. And you saw on the high shelf, you saw that iron chest on there. But other than that, nothing.
Okay. She's gonna go back to the wardrobe and she's gonna have another look at that chest.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to pick it up and grab it down, are you?
How tall is the shelf?
Quite tall. Yeah. If you
Okay.
imagine a full-length human dress hanging up, and then the shelf is above that.
Okay. Is there any way of climbing up to is there any shelves below it that she can sort of like climb onto to try and grab it?
There aren't any shelves below it, but you could try bringing one of the side tables over and climb on that. That should give you
Oh
enough
god.
height to reach it.
Both of these. Hang on. I have fucking need to stop swearing. I have. She is. She is going to cut the Gordian knot in a very convoluted way. So she's going to get. How tall would he say it is? I'm trying to figure out how many pittons she'd need.
So, maybe about 8 foot off the floor, or 7 foot off the floor.
Okay, and she's 5 foot tall, so we'll go with two. One to be a foothold and one to be a yeah. Okay, so she's gonna she's gonna get a couple of pittons out of her bag and she's gonna look for likely looking place in the wall where she can sort of try and gently round them in because she figures that if she tries to grab the box, she's gonna drop it. If she tries to drag a table over, that's gonna be a lot of noise. So she could at least control the noise output of trying to wedge a pitted in somewhere where it'll stay.
Yeah, so you do see a few places in the wood where there's already cracks in there. And
Okay.
you think you could wedge them into them and get sufficient height on it?
Okay. So yeah, she wedges a couple of those in, and she gets her rope out, and she starts fashioning a bit of a, thing that she can at least hold on to in an attempt to sort of like climb up the wall with.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yeah, I guess she's going to attempt to try and get the box down like that.
Okay. So I'll say
What
an
do I need to roll?
acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, okay. That's not great. That is a 12.
Okay. So the box itself isn't particularly large. So it's not really like unwieldy or anything like that. And you do almost drop it at one point. And it kind of slips away, but you do manage to catch it, and you hear a little bit of rattling from inside the box itself. And again, head snaps round to look at the woman on the bed, and she's still snoring away. A very deep sleeper, apparently.
Okay. Okay, great. I guess when she hits the bottom of the wardrobe again, she's gonna investigate the box while she's still in here.
Mm-hmm. So make a perception check.
Nope. Damn, that came off my tray. Try that again. Okay, we have used up the good rolls today. I see. So that is an 8 plus 6, which is 14 altogether.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've seen a fair few boxes similar to this, and as you kind of you look, you see a keyhole in the front of the box, and obviously you've got a key from underneath the mantelpiece, which would seem to be around the same size. You suspect that key may fit this box. You also suspect the other key that you found in the library may also fit this box as well. But as you look through, you see the hint of a needle sticking out of the lock itself.
Ah,
So you suspect that this is actually trapped, and using either
ah.
the wrong key or trying to pick the lock would trigger the trap.
Huh. Are there any clues on the box that would suggest that one key or the other is more likely to fit?
Nope. The keys
Right.
themselves are about the same size. They both look like they would fit into the lock. You have no idea which one would work.
Mal sits there for a bit, weighing up whether or not the contents of the box are likely to be vital to getting the sword, and whether or not they would be, therefore the box would have to be opened here in enemy territory.
Quiet thing is really boring. That's
So-
in character, by the way. Because
Yes.
we're still waiting. We're just standing there waiting for you to do stuff.
Okay, for now, she's not going to open the box. She'll just keep it on her.
Okay.
And I guess she'll step back. Oh, was there anything in the robe?
Anything in
the
the robe?
pockets?
The
Yeah,
robe
like does
doesn't
she
have
keep anything in her
pockets.
pockets?
The robe doesn't have pockets.
Of course, it doesn't have pockets. Okay. Okay. I guess she'll step out the wardrobe and close it very quietly, and I guess just for the sake of being thorough, she'll check out the mirror. Anything weird about the mirror?
Was it this mirror or a different one? Hang on. No, the mirror
Okay.
just seems to be a regular mirror.
Okay. As she passes the door, she flashes them a thumbs up, and she's like, "I found a weird box, but I'm just gonna check over there."
I have a feeling the magic that I detected was the woman in the bed. Perhaps not the sword. Thought occurred to me while you were in there looking.
Well, I'll check anyway.
Under the
Just a
bed.
moment. I'll check the bed. Thank you,
I
Torit. That's good. That's good.
Be very, very quiet.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna sneak round to the dead guy's side of the bed.
Okay.
Now that I'm up close to him, does he look dead? Like,
Oh, he's definitely dead.
he's definitely dead.
Oh,
Good to know.
he's definitely dead. You don't need any checks to determine he is well and truly dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna take.
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna have a look at the side. Does the side table have any door? I was gonna say doors, drawers in it.
It does not. No, it's just a table with 4 legs.
Doors?
What were you going to do, Gilroy?
Okay.
No, nothing. I was gonna say I was gonna take a step into the room, but that doesn't make any sense. Don't worry about it.
Actually, you know what? Because Mal just wants to be able to tell Torit, yes, she did check under the bed. Is there anything under the bed?
There is not, no.
Okay, good. All right. I guess she's gonna sneak around to the foot of the bed. She's not stupid enough to try and touch the woman, but again, just by looking at her, does she appear to have anything worth stealing?
Oh yeah.
No, no, she doesn't.
Oh,
You do notice, though, as you're kind of looking at her, you do see what appears to be some sort of pearl necklace on the bedstand next to her.
Is the pearl necklace going to be important?
well,
What percentage chance do you have to steal while you're in stealth mode?
Press F to
I don't think it works the same way as Skyrim, Hannah.
I mean, it's probably better in our hands than hers. Just saying.
She has not told you about this necklace. She is weighing up these things.
Right, of course, sorry. Never mind.
She's weighing up, like, is the necklace going to be related to the sword? Is it valuable enough to be worth stealing? Is it valuable enough to be stealing and risking waking up the vampire lady in the bed? Is it going to be booby trapped like the chest that she currently has tucked under her arm? There's all kinds of variables going through her head here. She'll leave the necklace.
Okay.
It's probably cursed.
Cursed.
Okay. What cursed? One last thing before she checks: is there any sign of any hidden doors in any of the walls that she's snuck around so far?
Not that you can see, no. And looking at the dimensions of the room and comparing it with the dimensions of the other rooms, you don't think there would be any space for any kind of hidden compartments in the walls or anything like that.
Okay. Okay, she comes back out and very carefully closes the door behind her as she does so.
Okay.
And she shakes her head and she's like, negatory on the sword, but I did find this weird box. Booby trapped. So
The
I,
sword is
I,
definitely up here somewhere.
ugh.
Can I find a key?
Maybe back in the cat room. Maybe there's a secret door.
We've got 2 keys. That's the thing. But again, it's booby trapped. So
Oh.
if
Maybe
I tried to open it there and I messed up, that would go badly.
Oh, okay.
But we don't do it yet.
Is there any similarities about the keys and chest? Like, is there any maybe the artwork on the keys the same as it on the chest or something like that? Or
No, the keys are quite plain. There's no artwork on them at all, really. And they've got the same kind of thumb handle and the same kind of barrel. And they just they almost look like identical keys, but they're keyed differently. So they're obviously to open different locks. But other than that, they look pretty
Okay.
much identical.
yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Okay.
So if you're so if this was a cartoon, there'd be like a very faint light bulb, not like a full light bulb, but like a flickering light bulb.
There we
As
go.
he seems to be figuring something out. He's like, so your sword was not in the doors that we've checked. That
No.
means there are other doors.
Well, it
I
must be.
would assume so, yeah.
We just have to find those other doors. That's all.
Torit
Should be
does
back
like
to
a little look around, like turns in a circle and has a look around and has a think.
The puppy room seemed. It seemed odd to me. It didn't seem shaped like a normal room.
Can I do a roll to just like a turret-based door type roll thing? I don't know what this would be, but like a roll to see if he can. Because he knows more about doors than anybody. Like,
The
see if he
only
can figure out where
information that Torit has at the moment with regards to doors is the orb was giving you an indication, as it has done
Go
many times
downstairs.
previously, that there was a secret hidden door downstairs. There is also a further hidden door somewhere on this floor.
Okay.
the door becomes unuseful.
Yeah.
I was going to say
So
that is a
with
handy
these
little
thoughts
door.
in mind, he does take the orb out and has a think and see if there's any other doors. And like you say, it's another. So he's
The
gonna
orb as
kind of.
well seems to be pulsing a bit more brightly now as well. Which
Like a
you would know
hot
indicates that it's
window.
closer
Yeah.
to a door than what it was before.
What else?
He
That's
kind of
fine.
just kind of smiles and just kind of like thinky
Huh?
thinks, just thinky face, and then he kind of like starts following the direction of where he thinks the orb is telling him to go. Well, he kind of
So-
moves it around, so till it pulses
Yeah,
more, and
so
then he goes.
the orb itself pulses in direct line of sight, so it wouldn't lead you around the house itself to get to a hidden door, but it pulses off to the left of this map.
So maybe in
So,
the cat room or in the puppy
like
room.
over here, or
No, the left.
over this way.
Yeah, over that side.
Puppy room
Torit.
sounds good. Torit's gonna go back to the puppy room.
No, I was going to say you seem to be the one with the orb, so
Yeah, Mal
what
kind of
do
like
you do?
exchanges a look with Gilroy, and then she's like, "Well, hopefully the cat lady won't be too upset when we all come barging into her inner sanctum.
Well, we did let her go. I mean,
She doesn't
As
like the way I
you
smell,
enter the
remember?"
room itself, you notice
that's
that,
true.
well, Malika, you would know where she was previously, which was essentially up in this corner over here. And she is
Okay.
still there in the exact same corner, sitting playing with the kittens. And she kind of hisses as you enter the room, but doesn't do anything else.
Okay. Again, Mal will close the doors behind her.
You notice
Is
the
the
cats
orb
also
making any
completely
other?
ignore you. Yeah, so as you walk further into this room, the orb does pulse more.
Okay, I'm gonna do Well, no, that's not what I asked you to do. So I'm gonna roll. I have advantage on perception and investigation checks to detect secret doors.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That you do.
This is not a Torit thing. This is an actual feat you can get from the PHP.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm
and I
so
had
happy.
to take it. That I had to take it for Torit. So I'm gonna. Which is better, perception or investigate? Does it matter which one I use? Oh yeah, I would want to use perception because that's +5. Whereas
It
my
would generally be
investigation is -1.
perception for finding hidden doors, anyways.
Cool. So I'm gonna do a perception check to try and find hidden doors. So let's use.
You can do that with advantage as well, since you have the orb to help you.
Well, I already have advantage from the dungeon.
Of course, it gives you advantage, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the dungeon delver. That's why I took it, because it said secret doors.
The doors, I must have it.
Pretty much.
Secret doors, secret doors.
They both came up with the same number, so that was useful. 16 total.
Yeah, so you are able to see something about the bookshelf doesn't seem quite right. And you believe there is a hidden door there somewhere, but you're not able to actually trigger it at this point in time.
Where exactly? If you're
In
like
the bookshelf to the south, or somewhere in this corner.
over here. Because there you go. There's your thing. So I'm over here.
Oh no,
There's
sorry,
a
that was
door here.
It's in this area, in that corner, is where the door is.
I don't know. Can I take
Definitely a door here. I can smell it.
or investigation maybe? Or...
Yeah, you
Mal
can make
quietly adds can smell doors to the list of things that she knows about Torit.
so you all kind of see, since Hart's pointing out the door to you, you all see where the changes occur in the bookshelf and things like that. So to trigger the door, it would be an investigation check from here.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Oh, that's not good. A 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
you've no clue.
I'll
What's
do
a
one as well. Why not?
door?
Investigation.
Huh?
Oh, that's not that much better. That's an 11.
Yeah, you kind of think it might have something to do with one of the books on the shelf, but you're kind of looking over the books themselves, and it doesn't make much sense to you. You can't really see the kind of mechanism, but you're used to hearing about books and hidden doors in libraries and such.
Okay. If
If
no one
Torit,
else has anything else to add, then Mal will just start pulling books off shelves, trying to see if any of them are.
Yeah, so you start grabbing books and just pulling them off. Now you just literally throwing them on the floor as well.
No, she's not an animal.
Torit's gonna
She's just kind of like tugging on them, like, because she's kind of like,
Okay.
oh, maybe it's like a lever.
Yeah, so
Torit's gonna
take
take the
your
book out of his bag and just kind of actually look through it and see if he can find anything in there that explains how to open the door.
okay.
Like
So
look through the contents page.
you both reach the solution pretty quickly. Within about 2 minutes of randomly pulling and looking through the book. Uh, so Mal, you pull on one of the books, and it literally clicks out like a standard stereotypical hidden bookshelf hidden door thing. And you hear the snick of a lock, and the door it moves freely, so you can pull. The more you pull, the door opens essentially. And just as you do that, Torit, you actually see a diagram of this bookshelf in the book with the specific book that needs to be pulled to open it. So you're kind of like, it's oh, you found it. Okay.
Did you? Oh,
Amazing.
did you see the book too? Cool.
I mean, eventually.
So he's gonna close the book again and then open the door a bit further so he can see inside the
Mhm.
secret door. Secret doors are the best.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
They are quite handy, yes.
So in this little area here, it seems to be a very
I'm going.
dusty room. Just a 10-foot square room there with a curtained window and shelves lining 3 of the walls. On the bottom shelf rests an iron chest, and the other shelves are all bare.
Is the cat lady doing anything as we kind of enter the room?
No, she's quite content sitting
Okay,
with
cool.
the cats.
Okay, cool.
You get the impression, looking at her, that she
Maybe your
doesn't get
sword.
out often.
Sorry, say that again?
You get the impression, looking at her, that she doesn't get out very often.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
we did a good thing, guys.
Yeah, yeah, well, maybe we
Mixed
did.
up good with bad.
Hey,
Exactly.
Torit was saying his lineage twice. He's Cloud9.
Hmm.
He was like,
I mean,
everybody's happy today.
yeah, I mean, anyone watching her, you kind of get the idea, and from obviously what her mannerisms and everything like that, she seems to believe she is a cat. She seems to act like the cats. She headbutts them and things like that. She even goes as far as licking them to groom them.
I've heard of people like this, although they are actually cats. To something or other, to
Oh,
Naxi
yeah,
or
to
Maxi,
tab
something
something.
like that. Yeah, cat people.
Oh, yeah,
Hmm.
no, I mean, we're not going to be any of those here. That would be
That would just be weird. Speaking of
Yeah, right.
Tabaxi, though,
Tabaxi.
That's the
Tabaxi.
one.
Yeah, speaking of Tabaxi,
That's the one.
where are my notes? There we go.
Are
So
we?
Concern.
we are going back to the Blue Water Inn.
Oh,
Oh
Yes.
god.
So it is time for Theo's little dream sequence.
oh, fun.
So the you see as you're dreaming, you see this middle-aged man. He's dressed very strangely. Some kind of robe with a hood which just hangs behind his head at the moment. He seems to be trying to give you some kind of instructions, but they don't make much sense to you. You see his hand outstretched, and there's a pebble sitting in his palm, which is just glowing gently. And it appears that he's actually trying to teach you how to harness this ability. But it doesn't make much sense to you. I mean, you don't have magic, do you? Yeah, pretty sure you. No, you don't have magic at all. This just doesn't make any sense. Perhaps if you look deeper inside. Yeah, there it is. Just a faintest flicker of something. Perhaps if you could just reach out just a little further. And then you're sharply awoken to a warming sensation around your legs that quickly becomes hotter and hotter and hotter until you are sharply just actually woken up there to flames burning away at the blanket that covers you. You beat out the flames and quickly check your legs, and they seem to be unharmed. You know, the flames weren't there for that long. Your hands, however, they seem to be glowing red, but it dissipates so fast that you think it's most likely a trick of the light. Must have been. Must have been a trick of the light. You don't have magic, you know, and you give you a little shake, and then you look back at your hands, and they're completely normal. Yeah, must have been a trick of the light. Must have
Kind of look over at Edison, who's sitting on the windowsill. He's noticed that two people left, but he didn't. And he
been. Yeah. So what are the two of you going to be doing currently, aside from staring at the blank faces and burning hands?
Funny that you'd ask. Ravenheart is probably going to be in complete fetal position on the ground, cuddling Luke, because that's the only thing his mind can currently handle after the.
so I was expecting mine to be a bit longer because of how long Ravenheart's was. So
Yeah, yours was like that because of the way it is. There are more notes there, but you'll get those ones later.
I can see where
There
you're
is
going with
more
this
to
from
come.
I know what I've said,
Yeah.
but no, it's fine. So was there actual like I know Theo does know, but was there actual fires? That there's the blanket look burned,
Oh yeah, the blanket is singed. There was actual fire on the blanket itself.
Oh,
and the hands were glowing, but they don't look burnt at all.
Nope.
I'm not burnt, just the blanket.
Yeah. You managed to get the fire out quick enough before it did any damage to you.
I can just put it out of my mind. I was like, yeah, I can't magic. I have stutter. I don't understand. Magic requires talking. I know this much. So I'm just like, is it light enough to get up, or should I try and go back to sleep?
I would
Like,
say
what
it's probably
time?
light enough to get up. Yeah, it'll be early morning-ish now. So these left just before dawn. It's probably been about an hour or so since then. The sun will be starting to come up now.
So Theo kind of just, calls Theo. Sorry, Theo calls Edison over and heads out and knocks on Ravenheart's door
Mm-hmm.
because he knows which door Ravenheart went into.
Yeah.
The one with like,
I'm guessing she doesn't get a response, or he doesn't get a response,
Absolutely no response. No.
what characters are used to
rather.
that? Are, are you you okay, or just still sleeping?
Anything but okay.
No response.
The dude assumes you're still asleep because he doesn't know what you've
Yeah.
been through and just kind of heads down for breakfast.
Come to think of it, would I can't remember the name of your dog now, but would he pipe up at all and knock at the door?
Luke.
Probably not, because he's currently in a deadlock cuddle sort of situation.
Yeah,
Fair
fair enough.
Yeah, so Theo's
Yeah.
just like, okay, I'll let him sleep for a bit longer and goes down for breakfast. If he's not down by the time I finish eating, I'll go back up and get him.
Okay. Yeah, so you go down to the tap room, and the standard pot is on the end of the bar there, and you see the barkeep behind the bar, and he bids you good morning. There is some beet soup in the in the pot there, some bread. Help yourself.
Kind of just gives him a thumbs up, but then he reaches into his pocket and flips him a couple of silver and just kind of points upwards with a shrug without trying to explain that he's sorry for the blanket, and
Yeah, he kind of looked a bit confused with it. And just puts it in a coin purse that he sips.
and then he, grabs some food and goes to sit down. Occasionally has a look at his hands, but maybe under the table, trying not to, checks the fur and makes sure everything's okay. Everything seems
Yeah.
fine, so he's just like, what, I'm not gonna. There's no point trying to mention it.
Mm.
It's not worth mentioning, even if he couldn't
Mhm.
talk properly.
Cool.
So
So at the Wachter house, then there is a chest in this room and not much else.
Okay.
Well,
Mal comes up to Gilroy and gives him like a sort of friendly elbow, and she's like, "You want the rogue to handle the chest?"
well, it's probably best.
that's not me.
Okay.
It's probably for the best.
Mal's
sorry.
already looking at the chest.
So the chest again looks very similar to the other one. There is very little difference. However, if I have to do a double check here. Yep, no, the exact same trap is in place on this one as well.
Okay. Mal puts the two chests side by side. For reference, I'm going to put this into the fiction because I know you. The one that we've just found is on the left. The one that she got from the wardrobe is on the right.
Okay.
Excellent.
And then she sort of like gestures.
Presumably,
She's
you've
like,
kept the keys separate as well, so you know which one
yeah,
was
the
which.
keys are separate.
Yeah.
So yeah. So again, she pulls the two keys out. So the one that she found, the one that she got off the cat, is in her left hand, and the one that she found in the wardrobe is in
Okay.
the chimney is in her right hand. And she sort of
Mhm.
looks at them and she's sort of like, I see the conundrum here.
I'll do it.
Mal looks at Torit and she's like, "That's a very sweet thing for you to say, Torit, but two things concern me. If it's poison, I mean that's fine. I can handle poison. I won't do it very willingly or without much moaning, but I can handle it. But the box could explode, which would be bad,
I'm good with explosions.
or it could make a loud noise, which would be worse.
I'm good at those too.
Making them or hushing them?
The first one.
Yeah, I figured.
But if it does boom, then I'll get hurt, and it doesn't. Booms don't hurt me as much.
Well, no,
Some of them
that's
get
true.
shocked when they go.
I'm trying to think, like, I don't know enough about locks. I'm just kind of here, like, would it be possible, like, with a good enough light source, to just peer into the keyhole and see, like, which way the tumblers go?
No.
Should I just smash it?
Okay.
No,
It's not possible.
the way that kind of lock works essentially is the tumblers obviously trigger pins, and the pins need to align with a shear line. So unless you can actually examine the pins themselves, you can't work out the combination of it
Okay.
essentially.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
I mean, it would be reasonable to assume that the key for the box from the bedroom was in the bedroom, and that the key for the box in the cat room is from the cat room.
Well, that's true. That is well, give it a shot.
So the question is whether it's a double bluff or a double triple bluff.
Yes.
Just
I'm not really
One of
sure.
those famous conundrums, really, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
No,
it the
you know
obvious
what?
solution, or is it the not obvious solution,
She,
or
she,
is
You're
it the
she's
obvious
gonna,
solution
she's
next to the
gonna,
you're
obvious solution?
chasing it. Stop it. Stop doing stop the chase.
oh, no. She's gonna stare at the keys for a bit, and this is gonna go through her head, and then she's
Means
gonna think.
overthinking.
Then she's gonna think to herself, nope, you know what, screw it. So yeah, she's gonna use the cat room key on the cat room box, and the bedroom key on the bedroom box.
Okay, which one would you like to do first?
Cat room box.
Cool.
Before she does this, she just says, all right, stand back. And if I die, Gilroy, I mean, I don't know.
This is why I want to do it. I don't want small friend to die.
No, she does have a point. I mean,
So, as you put the key into the lock, and you can hear the
Torit is not
key.
standing back. He's standing over to make sure you're okay.
Obvious.
You can
I
hear the individual pins clicking, and you kind of wince and you turn the key, and you hear the snick of a lock, and the trap does not go off.
oh, thank God.
Yes. I
So,
solved the key riddle.
so you lift the lid of the box itself, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So inside you see a number of things. You see a silk bag and a leather bag. You see a wooden pipe, like a smoking pipe. You see 5 scrolls. A supple leather case. What's that? A book. A black leather-bound book. And another scroll, in fact.
But no sword.
No sword though.
No sword.
I mean, in that case, she's just going to take the entire box, I think,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
and peruse it at a time such as, you know, when we are not in the evil person's house.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I guess she'll do the same with the other key in the other box.
Yes. Again, the same thing happens. You put the key in, you hear the triggering of the lock itself, and the trap does not trigger. Inside this chest. Oh, shit. Well, that's something. I should perhaps
Uh-oh.
have read ahead. You would not have
Uh-oh.
detected the sword. The chest is
Oh,
lined
okay.
with thin sheets of lead.
Ah.
Yeah. The first time I've ever
Well,
come
all
across
right.
lead in any D&D thing anywhere. But yeah. So
Well,
this box itself has what looks like human bones in it. A full human
Delightful.
skeleton, literally just scrumpled up and pushed into the box itself there.
Delightful.
And you also see in amongst the bones what appears to be the hilt of a sword.
Okay. Mal. Actually, no. Before she picks up the sword, she goes to pick up the sword, and then she stops and she's like, "Is this going to be safe to pick up?"
no,
Hmm.
I don't see
She
why
closes
not.
the box, and again, she's going to take both boxes with her to
Okay.
examine these when they are not, you know, somewhere that could be imminently in danger.
Okay, so carrying 2 boxes, they are a reasonable size. So you would have disadvantage on any stealth checks trying to carry both of these boxes around.
Okay.
I'll carry one. Why not?
I
And you
can
can carry
carry
the
a
other.
box if it helps.
Well, that's
I mean, who says
okay.
we're going to be leaving by the door?
Well, here's the thing,
Mal,
though.
Mal's going to look out the window. She's like, okay. Now's the time to make our escape. Can I see a way down out the window?
Make a perception check.
Oh.
I used one of my good rolls earlier. That is a 10.
Okay. So it is brickwork outside, and there may potentially be a way down for you because you're used to handling that kind of brickwork. The others would probably struggle, you think.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
we're on the first floor, right?
Hmm?
I'm sorry, what?
We're only on the first floor.
Yeah,
No, we're on the second
you're about
So yeah, second floor in American, first floor in British
yeah.
English. Those
The,
things.
the first
Um,
floor up from ground.
of course.
Yeah,
Right,
ground
sorry.
floor, first floor.
Right, sorry.
Floor across the farm. I was like, no, I know we went up 2 flights of stairs, but we're only on
Yeah,
the first.
no, I was. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so yeah, you're on the first floor up from ground level.
Okay. Okay.
But it is about 30 feet. The ground.
But,
The,
so-
the hmm?
I'm just thinking, you don't get that much damage jumping out of a.
No.
not when you're Torit.
No, exactly. So that's why Torit's just like, I can probably. He's just thinking, if you're gonna climb out the window, I guess I'll jump.
Oh
I'll tell
no,
you what.
she's just trying to eyeball it. So she sort of comes back in. She's like, right, we've got two options. Either we sneak out the way we came, which is going to present some difficulty since we've got this,
Hmm.
or we lower the bag down and then climb out the window. I don't know how comfortable you guys are with climbing out of windows.
Not so much.
It's not that far.
I'm.
I've fallen from worse things.
Well,
Uh,
yes.
You also
I'd
have
really
the
prefer not
globe
to.
that was reminding you about the door downstairs as well, Turret.
Yes, but he's he his worry for small friend is currently
Yeah.
stopping him looking at the orb because small friend is important.
Small friend is important.
For me, the stairs are a better idea. Climbing and not so good.
All right.
There were other doors downstairs I didn't check.
I mean that is true. All right. I guess we'll play it safe. We'll take the stairs.
You want a hand with your small friend? New
I was
small
gonna
friend.
say, why don't I carry one?
Mal
You carry the
will.
other.
Mal sort of says, appreciate it. But I mean, at any point, I feel like you're going to open a door and suddenly you're not going to be here anymore. That seems to be how things work for you. So I appreciate that, Torit, but I think maybe I will give one of these to Gilroy and we'll share the weight that way. But it's nothing against you, just that
Well, we
you
did
seem to
just
have a
meet
habit
you
of
as
opening
well.
doors and suddenly finding yourself in unexpected places like hell.
Well, we did just meet you as well. I mean,
Being
it's nothing
somehow
against you, but
Jace.
we just.
That was the unexpected part because I was part wizard for a while, which meant I was married for a while, and then I think I'm not married anymore.
Well, okay.
That was really complicated.
We just met you as well, and I mean that's
Again,
not to be rude, but we don't
I
really
understood
know
all
you.
the words you used individually. Okay.
Yeah,
It was,
like I
it
said,
was
we don't really know you so much, and so
No.
it's probably better right now. I mean, for now, anyways, if we hold on to the chance until we get to know you a little bit better, just a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming you want to come with us.
I
don't
mean,
even know that.
I mean,
I
he
would
just
appreciate
then
the big ask.
realized the orb, and
That's a
it's like,
handy
well,
thing.
the orb is telling me to go downstairs.
That's what I mean. Doors. Okay, so
You're the
I guess
special.
I guess Mal will hand off one of the boxes to Gilroy.
Which one?
I guess the one without the sword, just because she trusts herself to be able to. Well, she trusts herself to be able to run better in a situation than he can. So she figures they need the sword more. Like
No,
she's also here, like I want to look through all the interesting stuff in this chest, but we need the sword more, so I got to be practical about this. So she's gonna hang on to the one with the chest and with the sword, and she'll give
that's
the one
fair.
with the other stuff to Gilroy.
Cool. So he's just
That's fair.
heading down the stairs now then.
Yeah, again, Mal's gonna try and be stealthy.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
As stealthy as she can with one with a box under her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Torit isn't.
Um,
Torit's gonna go
does the cat
first.
lady
So
Okay, of
Hmm?
course.
does the cat lady kind of make any motions as we leave with the boxes?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Does the cat lady want to come with us?
bye.
Are you going to
Wait,
ask
hold
the
on.
cat lady?
Yeah, you. I mean, this house seems rather terrible for you. You were locked in a room. That's a terrible thing.
Take the
If you
pockets
want to
with
come with
us.
us,
The only response you
want to
get
bring
as you
the kitties?
approach and try to ask her anything is she just hisses at you.
oh, well, all right. Can't blame you for
From a
trying.
respectful distance, Mal says, "Does Kitty want to bring her kitties and go outside?"
Oh. Hmm. Are you an outside cat or an inside cat?
Little kitty wants to play.
Mal kind of shrugs at this and she's like, I mean, she seems happy. I mean, I guess maybe she won't be happy when the lady of the
Well,
house
that was
wakes
kind of
up.
my thought.
So
When
before
Octo wakes up,
we go,
that's terrible.
Torit's
Just
gonna
leave right there.
Torit's gonna bring out his door guy's bane because that's his spellcasting focus. No, not his door guy's bane. His bagpipes. I forgot. Bard bagpipes. You guys haven't seen the bagpipes.
No.
Oh no. Oh
Oh
no.
my
Oh
god.
no.
Oh no.
No, he's not gonna play them.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
That's all right then.
It's like, oh Jesus,
God,
this
okay,
is gonna go so horribly.
he's fine.
Okay, good.
The sound of the bagpipes
Yeah,
is
But he
chiefly what I'm concerned about, not
the
the
entire
quality of
town
the
wakes up.
minor illusion to create more kitties
Oh,
Okay.
for her to play with.
Yeah,
But
so
this will
she seems really
cause
excited with
sound.
that, but as she touches them, she looks kind of confused because obviously her hand just goes straight through them.
But I assume that this will make sounds on the bagpipes, which might arouse someone who was sleeping.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Torit makes any move to play those bagpipes, Mal's just going to be like.
Yeah, so with using the
I don't
bagpipes
know.
as an arcane focus, you wouldn't generally play them, but there again, bards magic is usually associated with music.
You know how much
So
Torit loves his bagpipes.
I was about to say,
exactly,
bagpipes
yeah.
are out, this idiot's going to play them.
So generally speaking, with bard magic, there is noise involved with it, whether that be playing the bagpipes or playing the lute or anything like that. There is usually some kind of musical tune accompanying that. With that being said, these are bagpipes, and you are inside.
oh God.
Bagpipes are an instrument, as I'm sure quite a few are aware. They are designed to be played on the top of a hillside, across mountains and such. As you begin to play, even though it's a very small tune to cast the magic, this noise from the bagpipes rings out across the entire town of Valaki, to the point where even you, Ravenheart, can hear the sound of bagpipes in the distance.
Mal's
It-
face as this is happening is just kind of like,
I assume Theo as well then.
Theo as well can also hear the sound of bagpipes. Yeah.
He just
Well,
Mal,
okay.
Mal immediately pivots, like even as soon as the first note comes out, and she's like, "Okay, we're going out the window," and she's heading straight for the fucking window. She's like, "No, no, we're going to the window," and then she grabs Gilroy's arm. She's like, "Gilroy, window."
No, I will follow gleefully.
Before you are able to do anything, to the response of the sound of bagpipes, you hear a woman's voice calling out from within the hallway. What the bloody hell is going on? And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Bagpipes. That's what's going on.
We were so close.
Yeah, we're all gonna
We were
die.
so close.
we tripped at the finish line. And why? because our little dragonborn had to go home party.
Oh, dear me.
Quote the Hercules.
All
A,
right.
I wanted to bring bagpipes, and B, I knew that would be a good cliffhanger for Frasier.
Totally. No, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Going out, we're going out the window.
As soon as you
Sorry,
mentioned
we're
you're
gonna
playing the
follow
bagpipes,
Laura
I'm
with-
just like, yep, this is going to wake her up. It's going to start initiative. That's going to end the session right there.
I can't play Torit without bringing out my bagpipes.
Pretty
No,
much.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, for 19 levels, he couldn't play them.
Oh, gee.
Mal's gonna snap those bagpipes in half.
Oh, that's not a good plan. They will make a very unhappy Torit.
Oh, dear
Do the
me.
bagpipes outweigh the small friend?
Yeah, right.
Because this is not the small friend. This is a new small friend.
Yes. In fact, no, she won't snap them in half, but she's gonna stuff cloth into all of the pipes.
Oh, that's funny.
It's going to be annoying to fix it, but it is fixable.
It's going to be interesting to see if the chests survive the descent 30 feet.
Oh, they will.
You shouldn't have said that. Should not have said that.
That's a true Hagrid moment right there.
I have a week to come up with a plan for how to
You
get the
do.
chests that I want.
You
It'll be
do
fine.
indeed. And you need to come up with a plan that is fast as well, since you'll be getting chased down by the lady of the house.
It's all right. There's Torit's playing bagpipes to distract her. We'll be fine. As long as I'm
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
When in
What
doubt,
is that?
Torit
the
activates
wind.
the daub and leaves.
Yeah.
So we'll keep calling it the daub.
Take me away. Gone.
Uh-oh.
No, Torit is more likely to stand there trying to politely argue with Lady Valaki, at which point he will then play the bagpipes at her, and by the time she gets herself together enough to actually attack, we will have escaped with the box. It'll be absolutely fine.
Probably, yeah.
Show her his lineage and see what she can do with them.
Oh, this is going to be a fun session next week.
This was a fun session this week. The moment you told me Torit was coming, I was just like, yes, I cannot wait to Torit again. It's been too long since I have.
Speaking from listening to everyone, yes, it was fun. Speaking from Ravenheart's perspective, thanks for the trauma. I did not need that.
Well, I was thinking of intent.
Whenever he actually gets out of his trauma bed, he gets to read Mal's really badly written note saying, "We've gone to the Water House, don't follow us."
Yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, the notes are actually prepared for the dream sequences, because you've all got one, so you've got that to look forward
Of course we do.
to.
Oh, cool.
So I hadn't planned to do that tonight, but it's like the Wachter House bit was going on longer and longer and longer. I'll get back to Ravenheart, but we'll just do the dream sequence. We'll give him that little tidbit there.
Oh,
Isn't
dear.
that just the nicest surprise I've had this entire campaign?
Such a kind and gentle-hearted DM I am.
Absolutely.
A kind and benevolent dungeon master.
Yeah, we shall end the stream here. And yeah, we'll be back again next week on our on the Twitch channel, the Smiling Dungeon Master. Come join us at 7 p.m. GMT every Saturday, and the videos normally get uploaded on YouTube. I have been really bad with that, with my new job, getting them edited and uploaded. There's Torit for reference on there. So yeah, so the last week's session is on YouTube, and it is scheduled to go live in about 15 minutes. So that will be available for people to watch if they haven't seen it already. And this episode, I have no idea when that will go live. It'll be whenever I'm able to get it edited and uploaded. But yeah, keep an eye out on my YouTube channel as well, the Smiling Dungeon Master, and leave a subscribe, and you will get notified. You can also join our Discord, and you will get notified on there when I upload content to YouTube and when we go live on Twitch. But for now, guys, see y'all later.
Bye.